Hey, what's up everyone, hope you're all doing well. So if you're wondering why there are some shots of me with a pole, is because this was actually my final look for the 31 Days of Halloween challenge. I wanted to do something special and really different and combine two passions in one. So I came up with the Exorcist. I mean, man, have you ever been so confused in your life? I mean, it's half absolutely terrifying and half sexy. Anyway, enjoy. So as usual, I'm going to begin by hiding my eyebrows, and I'm using a regular glue stick to do this, and you want to get them as flat and as smooth as possible. Next, I'm grabbing the Meron bruise wheel, and I'm starting to really roughly sketch out where I want these scars to be. All the products will be listed in the description box below, by the way. And just before even getting any further into that, I've then bounced onto the eyebrows and grabbed some concealer and just covered them. Honestly, I work in the most random orders as well. Then I'm just going to continue on creating the scars. If it helps, you can grab like a pencil, like an eyebrow pencil or something, and sketch out the shapes first. That's absolutely fine. And then once you're happy with that, you want to grab some liquid latex. I'm using the Meron one, and I'm going to take some toilet roll, or you can use some cotton as well, and you just want to start creating the shapes of the scars. So it's like the paper mache method. You just want to grab really small pieces and drench them in liquid latex. You then want to apply this and then just keep building up and adding some more layers. Try and make sure that the liquid latex completely coats the tissue, and you can use your finger or a sponge or even the end of a paintbrush, which is what I'm doing here, although the end of my paintbrush is quite flat, as you can see. And what you want to do is kind of shape it and really smooth it down while it's still wet. You kind of want to work quickly before the latex dries, and I'd say a massive top tip for this step is try and make the tissue blend into your skin as seamless as you possibly can. You want to kind of build the top and bottom half of the scar, or if you really wanted to, you can actually just create one piece and then cut it in the centre to create the scar as well. That's absolutely fine. So yeah, I'm just grabbing small pieces of latex and tissue and building it up slowly. You can also use a flat tool and separate the top and the bottom to create the hole in the middle, and this takes just a lot of fiddling around and just playing. Now that I'm happy with the scars, I'm now moving on to the lips. I'm grabbing a sponge and liquid latex, and I'm just going to apply this onto my stretched out lips. And the reason why I'm doing it stretched out is because when it dries and I put them back in a normal position, they will crease and crackle up. This is going to create a really chipped and dry texture and make it look nasty. You only need to apply like one layer for this as well, which is great, nice and quick and easy. So as you can see, I'm doing the same onto my neck as well, exactly the same as I did on my face, and I'm keeping my lips in that same position until it dries. So now that the latex is dry, I'm now crunching up my lips like a little bum hole to make the wrinkles really stick out even more. And then I'm just grabbing some tweezers and I'm just going to pick parts here and there and pull the most ridiculous faces. So what you kind of want to do is like ruin the surface, like not make it smooth, make it all rough and stuff. So just pick it and pull it, and eventually it's going to look all chipped. And then just grabbing some concealer. You can also use foundation or whatever skin colour you have, and apply this onto the scars to blend it into your skin. Now as you can see, you can tell that the shade is completely off, really pale, but that's the point because I want it to look nice and pale, just like her skin tone. And as you can see, I'm also applying this onto the rest of my face as well to really blend everything together. So now what you want to try and aim to do is match the scars to your skin as close as possible. Moving on to the eyes. Now I haven't actually primed them too much or anything like that, but it doesn't really matter at all because this is not a beauty look anyway. So I'm just going straight in with an eyeshadow brush and some brown, and I'm just packing this on my eyelids. I'm starting off with a really medium to light brown, and then I'm taking a fine brush and I'm creating kind of like these creases or wrinkles coming from my eyes that go up to my eyebrows. And then grabbing the same brushes and colours, I'm then applying this underneath my eyes as well. And as you can see, I've also added a very slight hint of red to give it some soreness and nastiness. And then I've decided to add a bit more concealer to the brow areas to really bring out that area. Feel free to bounce back and forth with concealer and shadows. Next, I'm just going to grab a small brush again and do exactly the same thing, but this time I'm going to add some darker, deeper colours like browns and stuff like that. and really start to concentrate on the smaller areas. So this is going to really add some depth. And then I'm grabbing the Meron bruise wheel and a fine brush, and I'm just going to paint the insides of the scars. Nice and simple, you just want to make them look nice and red and sore. I feel like this step just completely, boom, changes the look entirely. So I wasn't actually too happy with the skin colour and still thought it looked a little bit too pale for my liking, so I've just gone ahead and taken some white oil paint and really lightly applied this onto my face to completely change the skin tone. I'm literally just grabbing a wide brush and I'm just going to dab it here and there, and I thought the dabbing motion was absolutely perfect to create a really soft texture. Now that's much more pale and more like it. And then you want to do exactly the same on your neck and chest as well. Next, I'm going to grab, you can use eyeshadows or the Meron bruise wheel, that's absolutely fine, whatever works best for you. You want to grab an eyeshadow brush and really gently apply some colours like purples, reds and hints of yellow as well. This is going to create some lovely and disgusting bruises and almost like veins and stuff as well. You want to apply a very small amount each time and really build your way up slowly. I feel like a small amount of product goes a long way. As you can see here, I'm just really intensifying the eyes and just adding some more black. And then I'm also adding some black on the outer creases of my eye as well. Here's me just pulling some faces and testing what it's gonna look like. Honestly man, I've never looked better. Now for the lips, I'm just grabbing a really fine brush and then the same Meron bruise wheel once again. I'm just applying some red lines. I'm kind of using the grooves and the creases in my lips to help guide my brush almost, to make it look a bit more natural. If you feel like you've overdone the shadows and the bruises and all of that stuff, you can easily grab your brush and some white or a foundation and dab the colour away to balance it out. Then I'm grabbing a really wide and fanned out brush and I only just a teeny bit dipped this only slightly into some black cream paint, and I'm only very gently just dabbing it here and there, just the tiniest amounts almost so that it's not even noticeable. And this is just to create a texture on the skin and create kind of like more like visible pores almost, and make it just a little bit more dirty and dark. Do not overdo this step, okay? In fact, to be honest, this step is optional. I mean, I'm just being really anal about details. This actually makes a huge difference. I'm just grabbing a fine brush and I'm applying some of the bruise wheel underneath my eye, leaving like a 2mm gap, and this is going to create some serious bags. I'm then grabbing some fake blood by Meron and I'm going to apply this all over inside the scars. Next, I'm going to grab a wire sponge and really gently dab this here and there. Note the word gently. Stick on your wig. Unfortunately, I didn't show this bit on camera, but I grabbed the Benite tooth colour paint in Zombie Rot, and of course I just applied this onto my teeth. For the outfit, I've actually got this Victorian nightgown. Okay, actually it was my mum's, sorry mum. I stole it from my mum. She really kindly let me borrow it. What I really mean by that is destroy it. Anyway, I just grabbed the Meron bruise wheel and I've just applied random colours here and there using my fingers to make it nice and dirty. For the vomit, I've decided to take some liquid latex and some cotton, and I'm just forming the shape so that it looks like it's exited my mouth. And you want to continue this line so that it goes onto your outfit as well. And then of course you want to paint the vomit in green. I'm actually using the Kryolan green eye drops, which I know is completely not for what I'm using it for, but it worked absolutely well, so why not? There's only one more thing that I really should have done, but I didn't have the time, and that is I would have grabbed some hair oil, something like coconut oil or olive oil, and I would have soaked my hair, or should I say my wig, in the oil. And this is so that it makes it nice and greasy and dirty and just gives it a lot more of a dark, sweaty effect. So that's the only thing I would definitely do if you're going to make this look. But unfortunately I had to go to the pole on time, so there you go. Thank you so much for watching my video. I really hope you enjoyed it and that you learned from it. If you liked this video and found it useful, then please give it a thumbs up and feel free to hit the subscribe button. Also, don't forget I have an Instagram at gothspectrum, and finally I will see you next time.